I imagine that's the end of the speedrun. There's probably some story stuff now.
Master override armed. To activate state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
Yeah, this is looking pretty game over-y. I mean, what else would be left?
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV, so the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Absolutely amazing. What an amazing, amazing game. This is a game people are going to be talking about decades from now. And it happened to release the same week as another game people are going to be talking about decades from now. So, you know, while there isn't one true, one and only quote-unquote Game of the Year award, I tend to think of, you know, Jeff Keighley's Gaming Oscars thing as the Game of the Year award. Breath of the Wild will win some Game of the Year awards. This will win some Game of the Year awards. I imagine Breath of the Wild is probably going to be the frontrunner for the Game Awards, as it's called. But this had damn well better be nominated. I don't even know. I think they usually go to 6 nominations, and granted, you know, the year's not even a third of the way over, but what else could even be nominated right now besides those 2 games? Nothing else I can think of. Resident Evil 7, maybe. Maybe. Not my kind of game, but it was very well received. Even so, that's only 3. And to all of the people whose names are flashing on the screen for all too brief a time to be commensurate to what they did for this game, to all of those people, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This game was everything I could have expected it to be, and so much more. This is a game that people always talk about Shadow of the Colossus games as art. This, for me, is a game that's a work of art. For a game of this magnitude, it's definitely no surprise to see lengthy credits. But that's what we do on this channel. We watch the credits every time. Of course, if I do start to speedrunning this, and, you know, these credits might be like 20 minutes long, so I don't know. It's a nice ideal that I've had so far with the channel that I would certainly love to stick to. And yay, I get to watch speedruns of this game now. I'm allowed to. Hey! And when they say babies, I wonder if that literally means babies who were born during the production of this game. I mean, 3 of them there had the same surname, so unless they're triplets, or unless this game took like 5 years to make, probably not. But you know, I'm sure it's, you know, the developers' kids, at least some of them. Thank you for playing. No. Thank you for making. Basically, the fight went better when I started knocking off components, when I focused on that. No, I'm not skipping this. I was curious to see if there were any voice actors whose names I know but didn't recognize in the game. Jules DeYoung, I think I might know that name. William Houston rings a bell. Jared Zeus. I don't know that name, but I like that name. I mean, look at how many named characters this game has. This is ridiculous. Fight went better when you went away. Well, yes, but I don't think that was wise, so don't worry. Yeah, I actually want to see, like, the voices for unnamed characters. Because I know Dave Fennoy is in this. I swear to freaking everything I recognize Dave Fennoy's voice. And dude from The Witcher, Doug... What is his name? Doug something. I'm sure he's in this too. These seem to be alphabetized by first name. I don't see either of them in this list. Oh, Ashley Birch didn't do the motion capture? Nor did Lance Reddick. Nor did J.B. Blanc. Huh. It was strictly just voice actors. It's interesting because I would never have guessed that without reading these credits. So maybe, the Naughty Dog way of doing it, of, Nolan North is the voice and he's the guy in the ink suit. Maybe that's not so necessary, after all. Yeah, Lance Reddick was definitely the face model for his character. No getting around that. It looked exactly like him. So, I swear to God Dave Fennoy was in this game. But maybe he's just uncredited. And I'm gonna look up the name of the Witcher guy I'm thinking of. It's Doug something, isn't it? Doug Cockle. That's it. Swear to God, he's in this game too. Choir and orchestra credits. People often say that games that are, story-driven, as this one certainly is, it's not, totally all about story the way that, say, a Telltale game is, but story-driven. People often say that story-driven games have no replay value. And to that I say bullshit. That's like saying good movies have no rewatch value. If you like the story, you will want to experience the story again. And the story in this game was amazing. So yeah, we're coming up on the 20-minute mark of these credits. They are a bit on the long side. But that's okay. It's, a really, really massive project, as we can see. I looked away from the screen, so I don't even know what these names are being credited for. See some Chinese names at the bottom there. Interesting, those names at the top, and then they're alphabetized by first name. Keiko Eastwood, I like that name. It's like Keiko on Star Trek divorced Chief O'Brien and married Clint Eastwood. I don't even know what any of these things are. SIEA, Sony Interactive, okay, I guess I do know what it is. PDSG, no idea what that is. Let me see if I can Google it. Sony PDSG branding. PDSG Creative Group. It doesn't seem to stay. Oh, here we go. Products Development Services Group. Well, it could just as well stand for nothing. No, I'm not skipping this. I do not skip the credits on this channel. If that's a problem for you, you know, you're allowed to feel that way, but I don't skip the credits. The only time I would even think about skipping credits is if I played something like Mighty Number 9 that has 4 hours of Kickstarter backers in the credits. That I don't care about. People who actually worked on the game, though, we're gonna watch their names come on the screen. Besides, this music is kind of nice. We are coming up on the 30-minute mark of these credits, though. I seem to remember Assassin's Creed Unity when I finished that one. That one was 25 minutes. Let me see if that's correct. Assassin's Creed Unity credits of... ...27 minutes, so yeah, these are longer than those. No end in sight. Plus, you never know if it's like Deus Ex Human Revolution and there's actually a trophy for watching the credits all the way through. Japanese voice cast. Oh, God. Yeah, we're at the 40-minute mark of these credits, or almost to the 40-minute mark, so I'm suitably impressed. I think I could have done without the Japanese voice cast being in the credits, but in for a penny, in for a pound. I am not skipping these credits.
I will always be at your side.
I'm not dead yet. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the fleet. I'm gonna Google just how long they are, though. Horizon Zero Dawn credits length. 42 minutes. They started at about 3:09. So that's another 10 minutes. I'm gonna go to the restroom. PRB. And if they do end suddenly and something cool happens, at least it'll be on the VOD. understand why people would want to just skip the credits. It is pretty boring just sitting here for 40 minutes, but my philosophy is, Jim Lin, Jung Lung Guo, Maverick Chen, Ming Su, Nikki Pan, Polly, whatever work they did on this game, they worked their asses off, I'm quite sure. So, they'll never be as well known as, Ashley Birch or Lance Reddick or even John Gonzalez. But they work their butts off too. So, if for nothing else, we're gonna see their names come up on screen. JB Blanc's name is way back here in the credits? That's unexpected. Snark Company Limited? Horizon Zero Dawn will return without a DLC or with? Or did you just... Even if you meant to say with there, I don't quite know what you mean by that. It would be cool if this game got a DLC. I'd buy the hell out of it. Alright, these look like the last sort of credits, because these aren't names anymore. If nothing else, I'm not coming this far just to skip now. Oddly enough, when I go to movies, which is not often, it's like once every 2 or 3 years, but when I do, I'm out of there as soon as the picture ends. If there's a, after the credit scene, I'm guaranteed to miss it. So I don't know why I'm so different with games, but I am. Oh, no way, man. No way. What is this? What?
Hello, old friend.
Oh, he drew it out?
We've still so much to discuss. So much
And
you
now
never
he's
revealed.
keeping it captive?
Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Oh my god? Yow! That's bigger than any machine we fought in the game by, like, an order of magnitude. Sequel hook, maybe. I miss the days where sequels could have different titles, and I understand why it's not really done that way anymore. It's for marketing reasons. But everything, you just put a 2 on the end of it, a 3 on the end of it, a 4 on the end of it. You know, the sequel to Star Wars was called The Empire Strikes Back. It wasn't called Star Wars 2 or 5 or whatever. Like, I could totally buy this game having a sequel. I would not want them to call it Horizon Zero Dawn 2. That would be the dumbest name in the history of anything. Hey, Sanju. So we're probably just being slapped back into free roam here, if I was to guess. I'm about to cut stream in just a couple of minutes. We completed this game. New main quest. What? Oh. Congratulations. Okay. Ended the War Machine threat. Okay, so... See, I mean, I don't so much like this. I wish they could just say, okay, you're in free roam now, not make it, there's the next story quest again. Horizon 1 Dawn, Horizon Final Dawn. It doesn't need to be called anything like that. You know, and you could sufficiently make the case through marketing that, hey, this is the sequel to that game you really loved from, you know, it would probably, if they started work on it tomorrow, it would probably be 4 years away. So, you know, that game you really loved 4 years ago. Even if they called it, you know, The Silence Strikes Back, you know, they wouldn't call it that. But whatever they called it. Totally not Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Yeah, it's just like Mass Effect 3, the way they allow, you know, free roam at the end is to just make everything like it was before the final story mission again. I mean, I might want to go for, you know, Platinum Trophy, full completion, and all that jazz. Controller, please. Let's see how many trophies I'm missing. Probably a whole bunch of them. 51%. That's not number, though. A gold trophy would count more towards that than a bronze trophy. So I probably have the majority of the trophies. Just, I mean, hidden trophies, it doesn't even tell you what value they are. Grazer dummies. Probably follow a guide for that, to be honest. Bunch of hidden trophies. Of course, nothing's truly hidden anymore. You can look them up online. Probably will sometime. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me this evening / morning. Kind of thought maybe there'd be a little bit more after the credits than that, but I'm satisfied. I'm super, super satisfied.
And Nora saves his life. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my
So yeah. Seriously, that didn't kill me. I was trying to just... What the fuck? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. It'll just load my last save. I'll try to be back on the air tomorrow. Gonna be getting back to speedruns. Gotta practice